Hi guys, so I just got back from the grocery store and from seeing a client and from actually spending some time at a local smoothie shop called The Blend. You Westsiders probably know it. There's one on Mesa near Planet Fitness. I think it's Planet Fitness. Yeah, Planet Fitness on Mesa at Mesa Hills-ish. And there's a brand new one over on Sunset by 150 Sunset in a sort of a new strip mall over there by the new Artivinos. So one of my clients is a blend aficionado and he goes there almost every single day and gets the Nutty Monkey. And I keep convincing him that you don't know what's in that. So he said, well, go find out for me. So I stopped in and had a really nice chat with the gal there. It was, I went to the new location, so it was super quiet. There aren't any even clients there. And I ended up spending almost an hour chatting with her and going over all the menus. So I took a lot of notes here for mostly my client, but I thought I'd share for you guys too, because some of you maybe go to the Blend. And when you look at their menu, it looks like it's all super healthy. They have these pictures on the menu of oranges and apples and pineapples and berries and blueberries and strawberries and all this what looks like whole food that you're getting in your smoothie. But when I actually pushed, okay, what exactly is in the Nutty Monkey? How much banana is in it? And she divulged that, well, there really isn't any banana. It's like a puree, a syrup puree thing that the owner makes and nobody really knows what's in it. So who knows how much sugar, how much potentially flavorings, artificial or otherwise, and how much banana. Banana, as you know, have a lot of carbs in it anyway. So come to talk about all the other recipes and smoothies they have up there, almost all of them are not with whole fruit. They're with these syrup smoothie stuff that the owner makes. Now it could be great, but nobody's telling you what's in it. So if you do go to the Blend, to be sure that you don't get any of their syrup, specify when it says banana, say I don't want the banana puree syrup stuff, I want an actual banana and I want just a quarter of a banana. They do have them pre-cut into quarters, which reminded me when I got to the grocery store today, I told Bob I'd help with dinner. Okay, he made dinner yesterday, he made the brats, but we're having leftovers, but we didn't have anything to have on the side with the brats, which by the way, these are amazing. They're from Peter's German Deli on Sunland Park, or I guess it's called Shadow Mountain at that point. They're so good, not little grizzly fats like some of them. So we're having those left over. He grilled them yesterday, but we needed something to have on the side. So brats and pickles are my thing. So in the cold department, kosher, mini Clausen dills. Having these, Bob won't. But I will also have something that Bob can eat. Ah, my tomatoes just went everywhere. So I got some organic grape tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. You know what's interesting on these is it says, for best taste, do not refrigerate. Have you guys ever noticed that? Just leave them out, don't refrigerate. But you do need to wash them first, especially being organic, because you know there could be residues. So we'll just rinse these off, wash them real good. And then we're going to take a bag of, I think it was $1.99. God just picked it up at Albertsons. I ran in and grabbed a few things. So I bought the already chopped coleslaw. I bought a couple bananas and the pickles and some grape cherry organic tomatoes. Combined with the leftover brats, we're gonna have a super easy dinner. So what do we do with this? I'll get back to that in just a second. Let me finish the banana story with the Nutty Monkey and the other issues at the Blend. So the Blend sells their bananas. You can actually request actual real fruit if it happens to be a fruit that they actually have there. So what they do is the same thing I'm going to do right here, is they get the whole bananas and then they cut them into quarters. And so when you're talking a big banana like this one, that's probably a really good idea. So that's what you should do at home as well. So cut it in half and then cut it in half again. If it's a smaller banana, you could probably do it in thirds. So we're looking at about 2 inches of banana, and then you're just gonna pop it in a baggie, a Ziploc baggie, and then throw it in your freezer. And it'll keep in there for a few weeks without turning brown or black. It doesn't stay too much longer than that or it gets kind of nasty. So why do we cut them? To cut the carbs. Why do we freeze them? Because I personally don't actually like to just eat bananas. I know some people do, but again, you can't eat very many of them, so what's the point? But they're great in your smoothies. So if I'm gonna whip up a smoothie with like a USANA My Smart smoothie, we can add, there's virtually no carbs in those, so you can add fruit. So a couple inches of a frozen banana makes it almost milkshake-like, because the texture of a frozen banana is cold and sort of has that milky, creamy texture on your tongue. It makes your shakes amazing. So just pop these in the freezer, throw one in your smoothie, and you're good to go. So they have these on sale, so I picked up a couple. So when you go to the blend, couple things. Be sure that you also don't get the full scoop of protein. Their protein scoop is 30 grams. So we have to tell them I want just 2/3 or roughly half, like a half a scoop. That'd be 15 grams, or you could do 2/3, which would be 20, but not the full scoop. That's too much protein, right? So you want real fruit, not very much of it, and cut the protein. All right, let's get to dinner because I am hungry. So here's what we're gonna do. We got the bag. I'm gonna cut the lid off it. I'm gonna toss it in here. This is cabbage, a little bit of carrots, and a little bit of red cabbage. It's basically just cabbage. This is homemade oil and vinegar dressing that we made. Not too much left of it. I hope that'll be enough. If it's not, I'll add a little more. So this is the classic Good Seasons. You buy the little packages. You fill it up with oil and vinegar and a little water. Mix it up, and you've got just a really healthy oil and vinegar. I'm going to dump the whole thing in here. There's probably not even enough. We're going to probably need to make a little more, but we'll see. The cool thing about doing this in a Tupperware like this, instead of mixing it in a bowl, is you can actually make your dressing stretch farther. Let me show you how you're going to do that. So you just dump your dressing in, you put the lid on. You probably know this trick, but some of you don't. So you just shake, shake, shake. And it covers it pretty well. Let's see, I don't have a fork. Let's try this. I'm gonna need a little more. We're gonna need to make some, but as you can see, or maybe I just got a dry bite, but super delicious, super healthy, and so fast. So here's our side dish. Here's our brat.
Throw the tomatoes on there.
Yeah, I gotta wash them, but so I'll have one, Bob will have two. We'll put a scoop of the, couple scoops, right? How much more veggies than meat? 3 times as much, right? So I know that looks like a lot, but we need lots. I'm gonna wash these, throw a few on. We're gonna have pickles on mine, Bob won't. And dinner's ready in like 2 minutes. All right, have a good evening.